Hey everyone, I am live here today. I decided to go live on my phone this morning because my computer went down again. As I say it, you can see the anger surging out of me. And on my phone, actually I have to put my charger on real quick because I'm going to lose my charge, because also I have phone issues where my phone is charged up really good and then I lose my charge. So all angles of life right now is sort of frustrating, but okay. It's probably my fault because I screamed really loud yesterday. I was kind of angry at the universe and God, and I just was saying it's really difficult right now for me because I couldn't figure out the YouTube thing of how to do it to get monetized more on YouTube. So I'm gonna hire a secretary though to help me with things because I'm just the artist, and the artist does not necessarily know how to do a lot of things on the computer. I'm not real computer geek savvy, all that stuff. I don't know where my dog is either. But good morning. So I'm glad you're here with me live. I have some questions and answers time this morning. I'm charging with my crystals a little bit today, holding my crystals, getting ready to show you all what you can do with the crystalline energy for healing yourself. How many people out there suffer and struggle with emotional issues, mental, emotional, and actually get themselves physically sick from anxiety? Well, I've been working on my own healing for years, and sometimes the universe will trigger things and we have to realize how we get through things anyway, depending on what's going on in our life, triggering the flow of life, so to speak. Or, I mean, being able to work with the flow. I have to find my dog. 1 second. Maya! Maya! Okay, so hold on 1 sec. I'm just going to put the phone down and I'll be right back. Maya! 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 Come on, come on. Come on. Okay, I found my dog. She was outside. So I guess I'll sit right here. I have a crystal charging right now on this altar, and it's a selenite. And if I turn the camera a little bit, you can see how beautiful that selenite is and how amazing the crystal power is for healing. So as an empath, I pick up everyone's issues around me. So like, say I go to the grocery store, I'll hear the voices of their spirits and I'll feel the feeling of their spirits when I'm at the store. So a gift of psychic ability can be a gift, but yes, it can be a curse also, because I do have the energy, or I am able to affect electronics. One night I was walking and I wanted to see if I could turn some street lamps off by myself with my mind. So I looked up at the street lamps and I said, okay, go off. And I did it, and then they turned off. And that was when I knew I had a gift. I was able to make a record skip by just holding the thought that I wanted the record skip, the CD to skip. So, I have to really be careful because I was fearing that I was going to lose my book again, Loose Leaves and Tea. And yesterday I yelled really loud and I kind of was really frustrated at everything on the computer. And lo and behold, I made the computer shut down. Um, I was trying to figure out YouTube and how to do the new upgrade of monetization on YouTube so that I could have exclusive clients that would pay me to join my YouTube and pay like $6.50 per month subscription to me and my videos. And I didn't know how to figure it out. So I tried to hire my son, but he didn't want to do it for me. He said he didn't even believe that there was such a future, which there is. He said, I don't think YouTube really sent you that. It was some, I'm like, yes, YouTube sent it to me, but whatever, my kids don't understand me. So they, think that I'm like down here, which I'm really up here, and I have to believe that about myself. My kids are older adults now. They just like to constantly like lower my self-esteem in all the ways they can sometimes. But it's because, whatever, I didn't raise them right to respect their mother. So anyway, whoever wants to ask a question on here can, because I am here to realize that we all have to go through some kind of healing. You have a shallow question? What's your shallow question? Shallow. Ah, shallow. Are you in the shallow waters of the river of life? Are you shallow? Well, it's okay to be shallow. I have a question. Me and my ex had a bad breakup and it was toxic, and just yesterday had a dream about him. Okay. And so going to the dream, Shar. I think your dream was definitely intuitively telling you that that your boyfriend is toxic. It was intuitively telling you a message in your dream time. So I'm absolutely agreeing with your dream that there probably is an element of toxicity to your boyfriend. We can walk around in eggshells around people who are toxic, and it can really affect our nervous system, our lives, our career success. I absolutely know what it's like to try to live with toxic people. Absolutely. Always putting you down, always saying negative things to you, it's like whatever the toxic connection is, or maybe that he's like sexually addicted to you or something, using you as a blow up doll. I don't know, it's just that you definitely have to trust that your dream was telling you something, okay? Um, Now I'm gonna do this thing where, like, say somebody wants a more in-depth reading with me, if they could email me through ladybutterfly1059@yahoo.com and dump some money in my PayPal account, I will know that you did, and then like $20, you would get a really thorough in-depth reading, because this is the only way I know how to do it on YouTube, is just to do it that way. I wanted to get monetized by YouTube, and I do need to, have my support myself, bread and butter and all that. I was going to have the copper level, the gold level, the diamond level, the 3 levels of people. Like the hour reading with people would be like a whole hour that they would pay me for, just like I do my readings at home, because I sit here at home and I have my clients come to me and things like that. I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot of stuff too. And I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot of like how to heal with crystals, how to be intuitive yourself, how to know and get the answers yourself so that you don't even have to ask me as the psychic anymore. So talking about dreams, that's a really good subject. She had a dream about, what was it? Can you type that again? Because it flashed across the screen really fast and I didn't get to read it. She said she had a dream about 11:30. Yeah, and we do block ourselves from growth. We do absolutely block ourselves from growth. I know that I I still have issues with money blocks, but I'm releasing them and removing them. And certain people will trigger our issues so that we can release and remove the blocks. If we haven't learned how to remove the blocks are emotional, all coming from emotion. It's like a block in our brain. Our brain says, okay, shut down, so you don't know how to do it anymore, something that you've always known how to do your whole life, and all of a sudden you get this emotional issue that comes up, and it's a block. I've struggled many times with money blocks, and figures that I would, like I said, make my computer not work because I was just about to go to another level on YouTube with getting paid and monetization for this hard work that I do here on YouTube. So I realized, okay, there's another block that you're working through. I will get my computer fixed, or I'll have to go out and purchase a new computer, but I probably did it myself. So we can even block ourselves by fluctuating and manipulating the electrical things. But I think that there's going to be a big power outage anyway, where everybody's going to go to a blackout, and we won't be able to even do this, maybe. I'm not sure. I got to watch the power of my words, too, because we have to watch the power of our words. So cancel, delete, But the top psychic in the United States, Michelle, predicted that there was going to be a blackout, probably starting in California. So, yeah, and your mind can remove the blocks, absolutely. So, there's always for me too, like, a sense of how many people out there like have this feeling of agitation in their body, like they're always constantly on edge or agitated. I got that from my father growing up. My father was always super agitated, and he was always like, just really grouchy. And just even talking about, see, my throat chakra, I clear my throat. This is something that I still have to remove, the throat chakra block of speaking up for myself. When I speak up for myself, I had very low self-esteem growing up in childhood. So I'm here today to help you with removing your blocks and healing everything in your body. So how you heal the throat chakra is you just tap with the crystals like 100 times on the throat chakra. Or if you have a heart chakra block, say you have heart issues even, you could tap with the heart, with the crystal on the heart like 25 times. If you have a mental, emotional block, you can tap. What? Oh, I forgot my car is running. Hold on, guys. See, this is what I'm going through right now. Okay, see, I'm very absent-minded lately. So what I did was I left my car running because I was going to go somewhere, and then I decided to do a live video because I promised you guys that I would go live. I was going to take my computer up to Best Buy. But going back to the subject that I want to talk about, that we have a lot of healing and progress to make, but as long as you can stay pure, kind, humble, even if you have like intense fear and anxiety daily, or you have a lot of stress, don't take it out on your family or your electronics. Like, I've known people to like slam their phone really hard or something like that. It doesn't do any good to get mad at the electronics because we kind of need them, but sometimes I mean, we really do need them. Sometimes it's good though to just like get away from it all too and go on regular vacations. Even if you feel that the universe blocked your abundance, know that if you show the universe what you want, you show the universe that you want to travel and have abundance, then the universe will figure out a way to give you more abundance. So you'll absolutely have some source of money or a windfall of abundance come sit in your lap, pretty much. Now I have like a money jar that I shake daily. See, there's my lucky thing. And I go, trinket 5, make my money come alive. And I say it 7 times, and I shake the coins in the jar. That's a really good trick to bring in fast money. So it's Trinka 5, Trinka, Trinka 5, make my money come alive. And you say it 7 times in front of your altar. You build an altar and have a power place. and you do the little magical tricks. I do another one, a chant with it's Om Shri Lakshmi. Shri Lakshmi is a goddess in India that is really powerful, and she Shreem, Lakshmi Shreem, she gives us abundance prosperity. So one time I did the chant and I couldn't believe I bought a duffel bag for $1 at a garage sale, and then I found $300 in the duffel bag that I bought at a garage sale for $1, and then I found $50 on in the shopping mall on the ground, and then I found a $10 bill on the walking trail. That was after I did an abundance prosperity chant. So it was, I'm having abundance prosperity. I deserve abundance prosperity. And just make that humming sound like out of your third eye. That was actually a Wayne Dyer chant. It's a Tibetan chant. I'm going to answer all your questions on here. Can you please, all of you, be a little bit more specific, though, in your questions? Because I see your question on there, like, what's coming for me in my life? I don't know at all who you are. You're not sitting here in front of me. You're not talking to me on the phone. You got to remember that I'm just seeing your little words across the screen. How I work as a psychic medium is I see the person's energy. I feel their energy. So I have to get to know a little bit more about you first. And so you need to ask a more specific question, like, what's going on in my relationship with so-and-so or something like that, and I'll do the cards on it for you. I can't just like read your little thing across the ticker tape of the screen and say, okay, you know, I'm going to answer your question that way. Now Christy is saying marriage reading, please. Okay, that's all I saw flash across the screen when I go live here on the phone is marriage reading, please. Because the messages go really fast across the screen this way because I'm not on my computer anymore doing it live. So if you notice a different background, that's why I'm in my reading room now. But actually, maybe it's good to be in my reading room and have a little different change. So can you type again, are you getting married? Is that the question I want to ask you? Because I think you said marriage, please. I want to know a question about my marriage, please. No. Okay, so you're already married. Okay. I do feel like, and I don't know if I'm hearing this right, but is he a horn dog? Like he's really horny all the time, or he used to be? Because they're saying that he is, or he used to be, or he, you know, he's like a type of man that's a horn dog. Like he has a lot of, like he likes to have a lot of sex. I feel like, and there's a name coming through, Michael. I don't know if that's, and Michael could be the archangel too. Like ask Michael the archangel to help you with your marriage. You knew who you are that asked me this question. I didn't even see your name. I just saw your quick question flash across the screen. I really want to help you guys today. So Christy, that's it, Christy. So Christy, if he's a horn dog, you know, is this bothering you about him? Does he affect you in a way that he needed so much sex from you, but then he had a huge sexual appetite, but then, you know, after a while, it's like the woman actually gets tired and she's like, hey, how do you see me? Do you see me as a real person, or do you just see me as a blow up doll? You know, am I just going to lay there every night and have sex with you and expect you to just shut up because I gave you sex every night, you know? Because yes, those type of relationships are not healthy for us, and that could have been how it started out at the beginning. Like you were all hot and heavy over each other, like chemistry was amazing, and you had sex like 3 times a day. But then you get to know the real person, then, and you're like, oh my God. Then the fantasy and the honeymoon phase disappears, and it's not so much the honeymoon anymore. And how is that going to affect you, you know, as far as, could he be bored? Could he be roving? Could he look at other women a lot? Is he attracted? Are you jealous? Are you worried? Do you feel a vibe that you're worried about your marriage being bad? Do you understand this? Because if I'm resonating with you, Christy, please, you know, just give me a thumbs up if this makes sense to you, because I have no, you know, knowledge if this, I'm channeling this even for you, because I don't have you sitting next to me in the reading. When I read for people, I usually have them sitting next to me and I can go off of what they're saying, and they're agreeing with me. You know, they're either going yes, no, whatever. But this is the message that I'm channeling for you, Christy, okay? So, a really good way to, and they said, be sure that you don't have like issues of your gut, like belly, your belly, does it always bother you? Does it always get sick? Do you make yourself sick physically? Do you have, you might need to take some probiotics or something like that. Okay, Christy? I hope that message helped you. How will James react if I don't? Okay. She's being quiet. Yeah. Um, okay. Jalen says, I would like to know when I find a job. And if this message was for somebody else that I just channeled, then it's for somebody else. Sorry, Christy. So another viewer who is watching, it might be for them. I would like to know when I find a job. I'm thinking you're going to find a job very soon, but give it another 2 months. That's what I feel. Hi, Tima. Glad that you're here with me. I don't have my glasses on, so. Now, while I'm waiting for another good question, which all of your questions are very good. What's coming towards me from my husband? We are separated from 9 months and he is ghosting me. Oh my, that's terrible. When somebody ghosts somebody, that's really hugely not healthy at all. So he's not healthy. So, I feel like you need to know that in the silence, you can feel the wind of your husband. You can feel that he can talk to you energetically through the winds, okay? Because you were with him for so long, you don't have to worry about him ghosting you because you can speak to his higher self. So just take a deep breath, like count 4 and then release 7 and then do it again. And feel the feeling in your body and listen to spirit on what you feel your husband is thinking of you. If you have a negative feeling in your stomach, he's thinking mean thoughts towards you. If you have a nice, peaceful, gentle feeling in your higher self, then know that he's feeling good about you. Okay? What I do feel though is like this is total opportunity for you to heal yourself. And just because you can't literally physically talk to somebody, your etheric body can talk to them. So we can take ourselves out of our physical body to heal something and go into our etheric body, our energy field, because our body is in other dimensions too. We're not just in the physical. We can step out of our physical and we can listen and hear spirit. So spirit will talk to you. Okay? Oh, will I meet my future husband by this year? Oh, okay, Christy. I am so sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you were with somebody already. Did you have an experience like that though, Christy, where somebody was like, okay, now she message retracted. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess I can't answer your question then if the message was retracted, Christy. I'm not sure if you know exactly, like, just get to know the truth of yourself. She said never. Okay. So this message that I gave was for somebody else because I assumed that you were married already. So it could be a prediction of the future, Christy. It's a prophecy that if you meet somebody and it's all sex, just what I said, okay? The whole thing. Okay? Oh, maybe I got somebody mixed up. Okay. Well, I'm doing real good here today, guys. It's hard because I don't have my glasses on and I'm seeing the words across the screen very fast, but just know that's a channel message for whoever was watching, okay? It's a little different reading here on my phone than reading on the computer, so I'm just trying to get a used to it. Okay, how am I on time? It's 24 minutes and 18 seconds. Okay. So I did good for YouTube. I went over 10 minutes like they want me to, so that they can put a commercial in the middle. I'm doing everything, trying to be really good for YouTube. Does Larry Smith forgive me for having to put him in hospice? Oh, wow. Okay, so he went on to the other side. Good question, because I'm a medium and I love mediumship questions. Larry is really happy on the other side. He shows me a big L. He said, just stay productive. Don't think about it. Holding guilt is a lower vibrational emotion. You should not hold guilt at this time or any time in your life. So he wants you to be happy, free, joyous. He says he's very happy on the other side. You did the absolute right thing that you knew how to do at the time. He's not upset with you one bit. Larry totally sends you love, support from the higher realms. And he wants you to let go of any guilt. You did the perfect thing by putting him in hospice, okay? So he really was happy there and he was settled there. You know, even though maybe like on the earth plane he might have struggled that he was in hospice and he felt confused, like I don't really want to go. He wasn't ready to go when he was alive. He wasn't in the physical ready to go onto the other side. But once he let go of his physical body and he went into the higher dimension, he totally saw what you helped him with by putting him in hospice. So absolutely he agrees that you did the right thing, okay? So that's good. I could channel that message for Larry. He said something about the governor too. I don't know what it means, but is there something about the governor? The governor? Like there's a game, Cheers to the Governor or something. We played that around the campfire. Do you know what he's talking about? Did you play games near the campfire or something? I'm hearing this from Spirit. He really wants you to go back and remember the good times. He said also the zodiac. He said the zodiac, like time of birth or something. And somebody said there's an offer pregnancy. There's an offer of pregnancy. I don't know. Some spirit is talking about an offer pregnancy or an awful pregnancy. They said awful pregnancy, maybe. Like somebody had an awful pregnancy. And is this Larry still talking? Did somebody like go through something? Did he go through something with you? I don't know. Will there be a reconciliation between the Gemini we're in the future? I'm feeling like it's a how my spirits described it was like a blank space, meaning like your mind is like wondering, like a big question mark about that. Geminis are the twins, you know, personality and everything. I feel like it will connect the dots later on, but just take time for healing of yourself and love, get to know and love yourself first. That's my answer to you. Is like it could, yeah, it could reconnect, respark further down the line. That's my answer. Okay. Any other questions on here, guys? We're doing pretty good. I hope I'm helping some of you. It's a little different on here. Hello. How does B have feelings for me? Thank you. Does B have feelings for me? Jazz W. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like he has some feelings for you. It's just that he's like very neutral right now. You have to just like wait it out. And really, I want you to just work on like loving yourself first and not putting so much of a precedence on his feelings for you versus your feelings for yourself, you know? Um, so that's my answer to you. Any messages from TJ? He passed away. TJ, can you come through, please? Can you come through, TJ? He really was a really good person in life, TJ. He's a he, right? And he goes, and if the shoe fits on the other foot, I don't know what they mean by that, but if the shoe fits on the other foot, he said, TJ said, like, I don't know if somebody had shoes of his in the closet. They talked about the winter time being hard for him. I almost feel like a suicidal or like a overdose passing or something. I'm not sure. This is a feeling I'm getting right now in the room, TJ. I do feel like, you know, he just wants to let you know that he's okay on the other side. He made it and he's fine. Okay. So, and there's a fly in the room. He's like, if I was in spirit, if I could be a fly, I would be a fly to watch over you. And he sends kind of flies, butterflies, things like that. Okay. Because that's his way of connecting with you. So he just wants to let you know he does make regular visits to you around the house. Okay. I got that question. The next question was Akash. I just didn't read the whole thing, so I'm sorry. Can you retype that maybe, and I could try to read it again? It said something about Akash. But in the meantime, I'll go to this one. Has my mom and dad, whose past worked on their issues they had while on Earth? Yes, absolutely. When spirits go to the other side, they do. What does Akash want to happen between us now? Or is it over? Who is, okay. I got it now. I got your question. What does Akash, is it over with you and Akash? Okay. So first I want to go to Kiwi Lover's question though. They absolutely work on every single thing that they had negative on the earth plane. And once they go to the higher realms, they're totally healed, free, peace. They send peace through doves. Okay. This is what they said to you, Kiwi Lover. They send you doves to tell you that they're at peace. So you could see some like white turtleneck doves in your house or around, I like not in your house, but in your yard or something. The doves always come to you as a sign from the universe, be at peace. So they want to let you know they're at peace. They told me to tell you you need a rest, Kiwi Lover. Okay. Now, as far as your question again, Akash, the lady that sent me the question about Akash, are everything going to be okay? Are you going to be back together or something like that? Can you retype your question again? I'm sorry. What is your email address for a personal reading? Awesome. It's Lady Butterfly, LADYBUTTERFLY 1059 at yahoo.com, and I would love to do a personal reading with you. So Lady Butterfly 1059 1059 at yahoo.com. Okay, so I'll look for my emails today from you. Thanks, Jalen. All right, so it is now around, I think it's like 10:30. I have to be somewhere at 11 o'clock today. I have an appointment that I have to give show my flyers, or give my flyers to somebody. I'm going to be having a show here in Avon Lake. What does Akash want to happen before us now? To happen between us now? Is it over? Okay. Yeah, that's a touch and go, touchy subject, question mark. Big question mark in the universe for you and Akash. I just feel like you need to flow. My answer from Spirit is you need to flow with what's going on with Akash more. You're too caught up in worrying about Akash, okay? You need to flow with Akash and his wishes. Don't be clingy or needy, just like calm, relax, know that everything's going to be okay between you and Akash, okay? You're jacked up, they said, you're like always on edge because you're like scared, like you're all putting it, Akash has all the power. Don't give him all the power. Give yourself some power, girl, okay? So who is Akash to me? I don't know who Akash to you is. I can't go into that psychically right now, who Akash is to you, okay? Because why? Because what do you, okay, maybe I should retract that message that I just said to you. I know who Akash is to you. Is he a male that you put a high precedence on, that you want as a lover or boyfriend? That is who Akash is to you, okay? Is that correct? So that was like a trick question to me. Or I perceived it that way. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to perceive it that way. So, who is he gonna be to you? Who is he to you? Is he makes you feel good, right? Does he make you feel good? That's all you need to know, is he makes you feel good. Be grateful for Akash, okay? That's my answer to you. We have to learn how to be grateful for everybody in our lives and quit putting high expectations on people. They can't always love us the way we need to be loved, like learning experiences with me in my life is like I could never make a man love me for really how I wanted to be loved. So I had to accept them for just the way they are and realize that they weren't capable of loving me the way I needed to be loved, but I still loved them unconditionally. Okay, see what I'm saying? Like, we put a high precedence on trying to control people, and we all, like, I used to get very jealous and things like that, and we can't do that. Like, we can't put a jealousy is a total lower vibrational emotion, and I learned that through my life in very hard situations that I had to go through. So jealousy is a lower vibrational emotion, and you shouldn't have it because it just makes the person look ugly. It just makes me look ugly. It just makes everybody else look ugly. So when we, ask if somebody loves us, which this last question that just flashed across the screen said, does this person love me? how does that make you feel when you ask that question? Do you feel an ouch in your heart or your stomach, like, I don't know if they really love me? Because I'll tell you honestly, clearly, that you are not loving yourself enough when you ask that question, if they love you. Because what is love really? What is the definition of love? The answer is that everyone that we come in contact with, there's love. The heart only knows love. The ego blocks love from coming in, though. Ego is easing God out. So he's asking, does such chain have love feelings for me? I have a crush on him. Okay. Well, yeah, I do feel like he does have feelings for you, but it's not quite there as far as, lust, I say lust, because love, everyone loves everyone in the universe, really, we all seek love. So he loves you as a friend, let's put it that way. Okay. Or vice versa. You love him as a friend. Friends are the highest form of lovers. My teacher told me that one time. So, how do you feel about that person is all that counts right now. How you feel about him is all that counts, because he's making you feel happy. You're using him as a puller, like he's pulling you up higher. So just appreciate him in your life for that facet right now in the present. And then maybe it could grow to new things. But right now it's just, he doesn't really have feelings that he should have, but, or that you want him to have. It's what do you want him to have? You can't control what feelings you want him to have. You can only control what feelings you have and appreciate and be grateful for him in your life, okay? And somebody died of stomach cancer. They're just telling me that. So whoever's watching, if it's Larry still talking, the guy that was in hospice, he said now he died of stomach cancer, okay? Who's coming towards me in marriage? All I saw was who's coming towards me in marriage. I didn't read the rest of the question. Can you type that again? And anything I need to know about my marriage. Curdy is back again, asking me that same question. Curdy, as far as your marriage is concerned, I do feel like there's very high struggles in your marriage. You really struggle internally about your marriage, okay? So you have to learn how to just accept your marriage for the way it is, and then decide what you're going to do, okay? That's my answer for you. Formula. I don't know why they said formula. Use formula. Use the formula, whatever the formula is, okay? Okay, I hope I answered all your questions today. Curdy says, I'm single. Okay, well then why do you keep asking about your marriage, Curdy? You're very much confusing me, okay? You mean you want to get married. You still didn't get it right. Thanks, though. Well, Curdy, that's not how a psychic works. Hello, that's not how a psychic works, sweetie. A psychic can go off your question. And so you're thinking that I'm supposed to tell you, oh, Curdy, you're not married, when you're asking about your marriage. That's not how a psychic works. I hear spirit talk to me, okay? They're going to tell me things. So if I'm telling you something, it's about either the future or whatever. Try not to mess with the psychic and try not to mess with the psychic brain, because listen, I'm not sitting across the room from you. It's okay. You didn't offend me. I'm just saying I don't understand you at all, Curdy. I don't understand you today. You're not offending me. You said you're not married, but then you ask a question saying, what about my marriage? So what am I supposed to think, Curdy? That I think that you're married, right? Because you're asking a question about your marriage. Okay? So I'm a normal person too. I'm Jane. I'm a normal person, and I speak up for myself. I'm learning how to speak up for myself in life. Because you didn't read my complete question, dear one. Okay. Yeah, I probably didn't, because it's not like I can't see it across the screen. It goes really fast away from me. So, the question only goes for a minute and then it disappears. So I'm sorry if I got a little upset, okay? All right. I can tell I probably need to go now because I'm getting a little too chaotic with my day. I have things I got to do today. So Guys, I will be back. I love you all very much. Be patient with me. I am trying my best to be here for you guys today. Thank you so much and have a great, great day. Bye-bye. Now I got to figure out how to end this. Yikes. Until I figure out how to end it, I'm going to put it on the stones and get some healing energy from these goddesses and the healing stones and the magic and the Himalayan salt and all that good stuff. Let me see how I'm going to stop this video. Share. Okay. And yes, here it is.